Hi, and welcome to another episode of pianoTV. I'm Allysia, your host, and in today's video we are going to look at the easiest Rachmaninoff pieces, which is a ridiculous thing to say because none of his pieces are remotely easy. But what we are going to do in this video is look at, of his super challenging pieces, which ones are the first ones to start trying if you're an advanced piano player and you want to get into his music. We've done other videos in this series before, the easiest, Chopin, Liszt, Haydn, you name it. We've done a whole bunch of them. We have an entire YouTube playlist on videos of this nature. So if you enjoyed this one, you can definitely check that out. Anyway, let's get started. I find it useful to divide Rachmaninoff's music into distinct categories, and we're going to discuss each of these categories in turn. They're almost entirely advanced level pieces, so you'll want to stay away unless you've been playing piano for quite a few years, quite a few years. And this list, of course, doesn't cover every single piano composition he ever wrote, but it does cover what I consider to be his core repertoire. Those categories are his Preludes, Etudes Tableaux, Morceaux de Fantaisie, Opus No. 3, Piano Concertos, and then a few miscellaneous pieces. Rachmaninoff has two books of piano preludes, the Opus 23 and Opus 32 books. His first prelude, Opus 3, No. 2 in C sharp minor, it's not in either of those collections, but it's probably his most well-known prelude, and it's actually fairly playable by his own standards at a Henley level 6. Just for context, 9 is the highest and hardest level. That would be approximately a grade 10 RCM level. These prelude collections were inspired by other composers who wrote prelude cycles, most famously by Chopin and Bach, who each wrote their own collection of preludes, one in every key. Scriabin also did the same thing, and Rachmaninoff was a fan of Scriabin. They were friends, so he kind of did his own thing. The only difference is his Rachmaninoff's preludes don't go in order of key like Bach's or Chopin's did. Then we've got the Etudes Tableaux. Overall, Rachmaninoff's sets of etudes are very, very difficult. Some of them are among the most difficult piano pieces that exist in all repertoire. His Opus 33 set is the slightly easier of the two. I'm saying this in air quotes. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. The Opus 39 one has more level 9 pieces than the Opus 33 one. They're both very advanced, though. With the exception of just one, number 8 from the Opus 33 set, all of these are an ARCT level in the RCM. There are a couple that are slightly more playable. There's 3 of them I have on the screen, and they're all from the Opus 33 collection. Then we have Rachmaninoff's fantasy pieces. There's 5 in this set, and they're actually among his most playable, although again, they're still very advanced. The Prelude in C sharp minor, number 2, we've already talked about in the Prelude section, Opus 3, number 2. So we won't talk about that. But then the most difficult one is probably the 4th one. All of the other ones are about a grade 10 level. We don't talk about orchestral works like concertos on these videos very often or ever, but I just thought it'd be fun to give them a brief mention. His piano concertos, like pretty much every concerto, are extremely difficult, more difficult than anything we've discussed on this list so far. If you wanted to get your licentiate through the Royal Conservatory of Music, which is pretty much the highest level, like it's beyond ARCT, you could play one of his concertos for that. The second concerto of the 3 is probably the most famous. And they're all super crazy difficult. And last but not least, we have his miscellaneous works. His Variations on a Theme of Corelli and Rhapsody on a Theme of Paganini are both extremely challenging, just like the concertos we talked about. They're at the licentiate level. However, the tune Daisies, which is actually transcribed from a vocal piece from his collection of 6 romances, is actually one of his most playable piano pieces that you could attempt. It's an ABRSM 8, which is about an RCM 10. It's a nice tune, and again, while it's still very advanced, it's a good place to start if you're looking to get into Rachmaninoff. So to summarize, I've compiled a list here of the easiest Rachmaninoff pieces. I said it before and I'll say it again, none of these are remotely easy. And if you want to find this list, it'll be over on the blog like I mentioned already. We've got a few of his preludes that are the easiest, I would say, are 3 of his preludes. Then we have the Daisies one we just talked about. We have an Etude, and then 4 out of 5 of his pieces from Morceaux de Fantaisie. And that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want all of the details that we discussed and all the things that you saw on the screen, definitely hop on over to the pianotv.net blog because we'll have it all posted there and easy to digest lists. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Can you move her farther away, please?